city smoke behind and headed where the air is thin, tracing the lines of the mountains like a map of where I've been. The tires hum a low steady rhythm on the gravel and the dust, watching the old fence posts turn to a shade of orange and rust. There's a freedom in the distance that I couldn't find in the crowd, walking through the tall grass while the wind speaks way too loud. I remember the way the river sounded back when we were young, before we knew the weight of every word that rolled off our tongue. Now the water is a mirror showing reflections I don't recognize, a man with a heavy heart and a pair of tired and wandering eyes. But the scent of the pine needles is a comfort I can finally hold, keeping me steady against the biting teeth of the mountain cold. I'll build a small fire and watch the sparks fly into the deep blue, wondering if the smoke eventually finds its way back home to you. Life is just a collection of paths that we choose to walk alone, building a sanctuary out of the moss and the river's stone. I'll stay until the first light of morning touches the valley floor, finding the peace I forgot I was even looking for anymore. Do you remember the meadow where the lilies grow, underneath the mountain with the crown of snow?
The air was thick and sweet with the scent of wild thyme. Everything was perfect like a beautiful old rhyme.
We lay upon the grass and watched the hawks fly high against the deep reflection of the summer sky. We are moving slow, we are moving fast, caught inside the echoes of the golden past. The world is a whisper
in the hazy green. In the meadow of dreams we are finally home, no matter where the heavy wind might cause us to roam.
with the
Acoustic guitar and the lush reverb,
listening to the language of
the tree and the earth.
It's a nostalgic
Promise kept inside,
with no more secrets left for us to hide. 기억하니 우리 함께 걷던 그 들판을, 이름 모를 꽃들이 가득 피어있던 곳.
지나간 시간은 아름다운 꿈이 되어 우리 마음속에 영원히 머무네.
함께라서
참 좋다. sitting on the porch as the mist begins to rise, watching how the morning light is painting all the skies. The wooden floor is creaking like an old familiar friend, waiting for the winter and the summer heat to end. The smell of mountain rain is hanging in the air, brushing through the silver of my mother's hair. I gathered all the wildflowers blooming by the gate, learning how to listen and learning how to wait. The world is moving fast beyond the garden wall, but here the only sound is the rhythm of the fall. I'm weaving all the memories into a simple thread, remembering the words that my father always said. Let the wildflower wind carry you away to the quiet places where the golden shadows play. There's a comfort in the soil, a logic in the land, things that only weary souls can truly understand. Just a simple life under the open sky, watching all the seasons as they're drifting by. Steam is rising in soft curls from my favorite ceramic mug, while the birds outside are starting their morning conversation. I'm sitting at the wooden table with a pen and a blank page, watching the sunlight crawl across the kitchen floor in stripes. There's a strange kind of magic in the way the world wakes up before the noise of the day starts to drown out the quiet thoughts. I found some old journals tucked away in the back of the shelf, filled with the handwriting of a girl I barely recognize now. She was so afraid of the rain and the shadows in the corner, never knowing that the storms were only trying to help her grow. I traced the ink stains on my fingers like a map of my mistakes, realizing that every crooked line led me exactly to this chair. The smell of burnt toast and cedar wood fills the small room, and for the first time in a long time I don't feel like running. Life is made of these tiny moments, unpolished and sincere, like the sound of the rain on the roof or a slow-cooked meal. I'll stay in this golden hour until the shadows begin to shift, content to be a work in progress, blooming quietly in the sun.
above the field, waiting for the secrets that the morning will yield. I'm walking slow on the grass so soft and wet, thinking about the things that I haven't done yet. The wooden fence is silver in the rising light, a peaceful end to the long and lonely night. I hear the blue jay calling from the apple tree, a simple song that's meant for only you and me. The scent of pine is heavy in the cooling air, brushing through the silver of the world so fair. I've got my old guitar and a quiet soul, feeling like I'm finally becoming whole. I'm breathing in the peace of the silent ground, listening to the rhythm of the world around. No more rushing, no more heavy rain. In the silver morning, I am finally free, searching for the man that I was meant to be. With the wind against my face in the open sky, watching all the shadows as they're passing by. It's a simple promise made to keep in a world that's waking from a heavy sleep. 이른 아침 공기는 차갑고 맑아, 복잡한 생각들은 모두 사라져. 그저 발길 닿는 대로 걷다 보면 어느새 밝아오는 저 하늘처럼 나의 하루도 빛나네. In the silver morning, I am finally free, searching for the man that I was meant to be. 비닫힘 속에 머무는 나를 따스한 햇살이 말없이 안아주네. It's a simple promise made to keep. Silver morning, walking slow, 평온한 이 아침.
The salt is still stinging my skin from the waves we chased at dawn, while the horizon swallows the sun in a wash of orange and gray. I'm standing on the pier, watching the seagulls circle the empty sand, feeling the weight of the sea breeze pulling at the edge of my sleeve. Everything feels like it's happening behind a thick layer of fog, a distant memory of a season that lasted a lifetime and a day. We used to spend hours tracing patterns in the tide wash shells, talking about the stars like they were something we could actually touch. Now the boardwalk is silent and the neon signs are starting to dim, leaving me alone with the ghost of your hand brushing against mine. It's a beautiful kind of sadness, the way the light catches the spray, turning the ordinary world into a dream that's slow drifting away. Drifting away. I'll keep the memories pressed between the pages of a heavy book until the colors start to bleed and the edges grow soft and frayed. Life is just a series of summers that we eventually have to leave, finding the beauty in the way the shadows stretch across the cove. I'm floating in the indigo water until I can't feel the shore at all, waiting for the moon to rise and catch me before I finally fall.
Do you remember how the rain would fall, writing our names upon the garden wall? The thunder was a distant, lonely sound while we were hiding on the secret ground.
The heat of July was a heavy veil, a ship of memories with a tattered sail. I felt your hand, a ghost within my own, in a world that we had never known.
We are moving slow, we are moving fast, caught inside the echoes of the past.
The summer air is thick and sweet today. Echoes of July, they never die,
Shining like a teardrop in the eye.
we're floating on the rhythm of the tide.
With nowhere left for us to run and hide.
Just a whisper in the hazy green. Floating on a velvet cloud above the sea, lost inside a vision of the things I used to be. The lavender horizon is a blurry line. Everything is glowing and it's feeling fine. I'm reaching for the stars in the middle of the day, watching all the heavy worries drift away. The world below is just a tiny quiet spark, moving through the spaces between the light and dark. I'm wrapped in silk and feeling so incredibly light, like a bird that's ready for a long and steady flight. No more gravity to pull me to the ground, only the sweet melody of the ethereal sound. I'm sinking in the ether, feeling deep, while the rest of people are buried in sleep. The rhythm of the wind is calm and clear. On a velvet cloud we're drifting slow, nowhere left for us to really have to go. In the hazy purple of the evening glow, secrets that the two of us will only know. It's a floating motion, wide and free, living in a dream beside the silver sea. 눈을 감으면 펼쳐지는 보랏빛 세상, 아무런 걱정 없이 그저 떠다녀. 부드러운 구름 위에 몸을 맡긴 채 영원히 끝나지 않을 꿈속으로 날아갈 것만 같아. On a velvet cloud we're drifting slow, nowhere left for us to really have to go. Velvet 같은 구름을 타고 날아올라, 꿈속의 바다를 가로질러 가네. It's a floating ocean, wide and free. Velvet cloud, so ethereal. 보랏빛 꿈속으로. ticking fear.
Keep it slow. The city's sleeping, but I'm wide awake, thinking about the moves we're gonna make. The steam is rising from this porcelain cup, waiting for the moment that you're showing up. I got the lights down low, just the way you like. Everything is perfect on this quiet night. I hear the rhythm of the falling rain, washing out the stress and all the daily strain. Soft shadows dancing on the bedroom wall, waiting for the whisper of your secret call. Your scent is lingering in every space. I can't wait to see the beauty of your face in the midnight coffee, sweet and dark, waiting for the fire and the tiny spark, moving in the silence, feeling so refined, leaving all the heavy worries far behind. It's a silky feeling, smooth and deep, in a world that's falling into heavy sleep. Just you and me in this velvet atmosphere. The clock is ticking on the mantelpiece, looking for a moment of a sweet release.
The moon is hiding in the silver clouds, far away from all the busy, noisy crowds. I'm wrapped in silk and feeling so alive, waiting for the feeling to finally arrive. Don't say a word, just let the music play. Let the memories of the morning fade away. Your touch is like a feather on my skin, knowing where the magic is about to begin. Close the curtains, let the world disappear. The only thing that matters is that you are here. On the velvet sheets, we're drifting slow. Nowhere left for us to really have to go. In the hazy purple of the late night glow, secrets that the two of us will only know. It's a silky motion, deep and wide, with no more secrets left for us to hide. Ooh, so smooth. Can you feel it? Like a dream. Velvet sheets in the quiet, so intimate.
The rain is tapping on the roof tonight. Everything is peaceful, everything is right. I'm sitting in the kitchen with a cup of tea, thinking about the person that I wanna be. The shadows are long and the air is so still. Looking at the world from my windowsill, I put on a record of a soul singer, letting all the melodies slowly linger. The velvet sound is wrapping around my mind, leaving all the heavy worries far behind. I don't need the noise, I don't need the crowd, just the sound of rain, not too soft or loud. I'm sinking in the rhythm, feeling deep, while the rest of the city is asleep. Everything is calm and clear as glass. In the midnight rain, I find my soul, feeling like I'm finally becoming whole. It's a smooth motion, deep and wide, with no more secrets left for me to hide. Just the electric piano and a beat, finding all the comfort in the heat. 조용히 내려앉은 빗소리에 복잡한 생각은 모두 잊어버려. 오직 나만을 위한 이 시간, 따스한 공기 속에 몸을 맡겨. 편안한 이 밤. In the midnight rain, I find my soul, feeling like I'm finally becoming whole. 빗소리를 따라 흐르는 내 맘, 달콤한 꿈속을 걷는 것 같아. Everything is easy, everything is slow. The streetlights are painting shadows on the dashboard, while I watch the neon signs flicker in the rearview mirror. Your name is a quiet echo, trapped between the skyscrapers, and the cool air carries the scent of rain and heavy thoughts. I'm drifting through the intersections without a destination, finding peace in the static of a frequency I used to know. There's a certain weight to the silence at 3 in the morning, when every heartbeat feels like a knock on a locked door. I remember the way you used to lean against the cold glass, tracing maps of places we promised we'd visit someday. Now the city feels like a museum of things we left behind, beautiful but distant, like a star that died 1,000,000 years ago. I'm not looking for a way back to the beginning anymore, just trying to understand the shape of the space you left. The velvet sky is closing in, whispering secrets I can't keep, and as the engine hums, I let the darkness swallow the regret. One more turn, one more bridge, until the sun breaks the spell, leaving nothing but the gray haze of another lonely dawn. The gasoline smell at the station reminds me of our last trip, when we packed our lives into cardboard boxes and drove north. The radio was broken, so we made our own conversation, telling stories about the people we hoped we'd become. Now the highway's a long gray ribbon, cutting through the pines, and the distance between us is measured in more than just miles. I saw your face and a stranger's smile at the grocery store today. For a split second I forgot that we don't speak anymore. The ghost of your laughter still haunts the passenger seat, where you used to rest your feet and sing the wrong words. It's a strange kind of gravity, pulling me toward a ghost town, building monuments out of all the things we didn't say. I'm driving toward a horizon that keeps moving further away, leaving the hometown lights to flicker out in the dark. There's no grand finale, no credits rolling over the hills, just the sound of the tires on the asphalt and my own breath. I hope you found the version of yourself you were looking for, even if it meant leaving the version of me far behind in the dust.